just got finished unpacking and stuff, and then we're gonna pack it again, and then we're gonna unpack it, and all kinds of packing and unpacking. Welcome back to the packing tour.
How do you got it, John?
Well, so it begins. Right here is the 0 mile mark to our 30-mile journey down the legendary Devils River, one of Texas's last pretty much hidden bass fishing gems. It's a place I've wanted to fish for many years now. I've never gotten the chance to do it, but thanks to Bryant and a few of his buddies, Finn and Steven, we've been able to tag along with them and film a pretty serious little mini series for you guys. I don't know what to expect. Basically, what you're going to see is Alex and I living out of these here kayaks for legitimately 4 days and 4 nights. The game plan is this: we're gonna launch right here, which is at Baker's Crossing, and make our way down all the way at the pickup point. We've got a pretty decent amount of time to cover as much water as possible, catch as many fish as we possibly can, and film this epic little mini series for you guys. So without further ado, let's get in this kayak and do some floating. I'm a little nervous. This is it. For those of you guys who don't know, we are like literally a few miles away from the Texas-Mexico border. So while this is a fun trip, and it's gonna be awesome for you guys to watch us, catch some fish, we do have to be on our best behavior and up on our guard, because, I mean, it's just, it can get a little sketchy right here. But first and foremost, let's focus on fishing and getting on the river, because we've got a hefty journey ahead of us, like a hefty journey. You ready, Alex?
Let's go.
Let's get some of that bread. Wow, the first like 30 yards there's an obstacle. You guys are really in a jam, eh?
Oh yeah.
Sheesh.
What time is it?
It's pad thai right now. Not pad time, but pad thai, because we got some pads coming up. I didn't know this, but apparently the Devils is full of some grass, and our first little spot here, just like 400 yards down, are some pads. So let's do some frogging. I had no idea that, see, I always knew the Devils River was being this big, rocky, Clearwater gorge, but this immediately has got my attention. Pads? How can I not fish this? I'm gonna start off with a frog. I didn't think the first lure I'd throw here at Devils River would be a frog, but we're gonna make it work. Well, I'm a little overwhelmed right now. This is just like, it's a lot to take in. I've never fished anything that looks like this before. Oh, I'm on a rock. Oh, I'm turning, oh, where am I going? Oh, okay. I'm spinning. But seriously, I've never fished a creek or river that looks anything like what I'm witnessing right now. It's just, it's dense. I guess that's the word for it. It's just dense. There's so much grass underneath the water, above the water, there's pads. The water's clear. It's got kind of a blue tint to it, but it's like still very clear. It's fast moving. It's like definitely a fast moving river. Supposedly it's got good smallmouth too, which is contingent with this water flowage. But yeah, navigating this thing's kind of difficult. I can't imagine what it's like when the water's super low. Supposedly the water's pretty high right now. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. Oh, man, this looks dirty. Why am I not fishing right now? I'm just like in awe. There we go. Yeah, sir. Whoops, that could have been bad. Doink! This is a pretty important fish. This is my first ever Devils River largemouth. On the frog too, in the pads. It's so funny, I did no homework on this place. I had no idea what to expect. So when I came here and saw pads, I was like super surprised. Nice little Archie. Let's get him back in the water. Wow. Okay, first victim was on the black frog, probably the most badass bait you can throw in the summertime. The thing is we're in southern Texas, so it's like pretty much summer down here, whereas North Texas, these fish are, you know, still spawning, a little bit of post-spawnage here and there, but down here it's hot. Like the pads are green and thick, everything is lush, so I'm having to think as if I'm fishing in the summertime. One of my go-to summer baits is just a topwater frog. This is a hollow belly frog. It's got some good meaty hooks, just in the color black, because black contrasts really well with the blue sky when that fish is looking up at the bait. So yeah, I'm just gonna work the rest of these pads. I've got maybe like 100 yards left, maybe 75 yards until I hit the next riffle. And then we're gonna do some more coasting. I'm just pitching to these little pockets in the pad, and that's where he ate. That was so cool, man. So we've traveled maybe quarter mile, half mile, caught one fish. I'm trying to figure this place out. It's an interesting body of water, I will say that. Let's keep rowing. Yeah. Really? How big? You don't want it? All right, I'll try. I'll give her. Okay, so right in front of me, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right there is Finn and Steven, and they're the ones doing the whole fly fishing deal. They just point out a fish on a bed, and they just, I guess, like didn't want it or couldn't get it since they're using different tactics, so they pointed me over to this fish that's literally spawning. This fish is spawning right on top of a log. This is really sick. I can just barely see him. This water's clear, but it's pretty chalky. He's about a 1 pounder. Let's see if he'll eat the bandito bug. Oh, did he just eat that? There we go. Yep, he ate that. That was really sick. So, guess that answered the question. These fish are still spawning right now. I mean, he may be a late spawner, late bloomer, but at the very least, it's cool to know where these fish are at in the timeline of spring. Wow, he really hammered that thing. Nice. That was so cool. Second fish of the day. It's so weird catching spawning fish in rivers like this because they spawn in like really like particular areas. Like that fish is spawning on a log, like not even on a gravel bed or a sand bed, like right on top of a log. And you can pretty much guarantee no one has caught this fish before, especially in the Devils, where like this place gets seldom fished. Wow, good stuff. Back she goes. Ooh, gave me a little wave goodbye. Just a little tip for you guys. If you're going on a trip like this, you can only pack like so much gear. I would say total on my kayak, I've got anywhere from 40 to 50 pounds of stuff, and I'm like fully loaded down. You know, I'm really limited to what I can bring. I've got enough food for 4 days. I got enough, you know, fishing gear, enough camera gear. But one thing that weighs a ton is obviously water. I didn't pack any water this trip. All I did was I packed a few little filtration system doohickey dangle things, or whatever you want to call them. And that's all I'm drinking. But I figured this would be kind of a good moment to Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was so good. I haven't had a drop of water all day. I think this would be kind of a nice moment to talk about what I think of the Devils so far. I have no idea how long we've floated, but it's been a good bit. It's an interesting river. It definitely exceeds my expectations. There's big rock, there's tons of current, the water's clear, there's grass, there's reeds, there's small, there's largemouth. It's like everything a bass angler could ask for. I am still figuring this out though. I've only caught 2 fish, so I'm like on the lower end of the totem pole as far as learning this body of water out, but I am getting close. The 2 baits I've caught fish on, one of which is a bandito bug, and then the other one is just like a frog. So slowly but surely, we're finding some fish. It sounds like the dudes that are with us are fly fishing, have caught some good smallmouth too, but we're just making the rounds. I will say, I think these fish are definitely relating towards grass. any sort of wood. There's not a whole lot of laydowns in this river, so if you can find a laydown, you're in the zone. You're in the money ticket area. This is the best tasting water ever, like hands down, man. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what's up. No, she pulled off. Damn it. What do you got to say about that? Can you blur this out?
Yeah, I can blur that out.
Perfect. That's what I have to say about that. Oh,
That was a good blow up.
That was dude, as soon as it hit the water.
Yeah.
It was a 4-pounder all day. How did he come unbuttoned? Man, that was a good fish.
Yeah, it was.
I think I'm cursed. Oh. There he is. There he is. That was too freaking sick, man. That was too sick. Come here, come here, come here. Ah, come here. Wow, that was, dude, I wish you had the perspective that I just had. Holy smokes. That was the sickest freaking eat I've had all year. The perspective that you guys probably had with that whole ordeal, that fish coming up and eating the frog, was probably insane. That got my heart racing. It has been quite a tough little journey figuring out the Devil's River. It's probably one of the most unique river systems I've ever fished, and I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, but it is difficult. There's just so much to fish. Everything looks good. It's like you want to take a cast at every single tree, every single rock, because it all looks like it could hold a fish. But what Alex and I are slowly figuring out right now is these fish are actually super, super shallow. A lot shallower than I would normally think, like fishing a lake. Like, these fish are putting themselves in, what do you say, inches probably? Like, he was spooking some, like filming me, that were in inches. He gave me the memo. He's like, dude, I'm seeing some like good fish like in 6 inches of water. So since he said that, I've been on this pattern, this program of taking the frog, just a little black frog, and pitching it under these canopies, these trees, and working it really fast. And it just gets them fired up. Like, they feel so comfortable, and they you know, it's like an instinct thing. That's probably close to a 3-pound Devil's River largemouth. My biggest one of the trip so far, I'm thinking we'll probably break this guy, but with it being the first day, we're just kind of getting into the swing of things. Such a beautiful fish. They look a lot different here down way south in Texas. These fish are just so pretty. Wow, get a load of that. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. There he goes. Oh my gosh, dude, that water is incredible. He's gone. This is what makes the Devil's River so badass, is you get to see your fish swim away. And the other cool thing, in my opinion, is you're up and close with this fish. The battle is like very tight corners. It's not like you make this big long cast, hook up with a fish, you're in a giant bass boat. It's like that fish literally pulled my boat. You feel every ounce and energy of the largemouth or smallmouth when you hook up in this river. Yeah, we've yet to catch a smallmouth. We've yet to pass through a smallmouth, but I think what Alex is saying is they're more down that way. Cool, figuring out a pattern. That's always a good feeling, to like consistently get some bites and slowly start to take a step further to getting some biggins. I'm thinking we could get into some fish. There's plenty more of these low-hanging trees left to fish. Wow, that felt so good, man. Put it there. Boom! Devil's River 2019, let's get them! This looks fun. So there's a waterfall over here. Well, I've got absolutely no idea where I'm at right now. I think Alex is behind me. At least I hope he is. But I was just fishing a little ditch, and all of a sudden I ended up in this, just kind of like a tiny little creek. It's weird. I don't know if I'm lost, or I don't know if it's like another section of the river, but I'm just gonna keep going down. I'm literally like by myself right now. I've got no idea where anyone's at. All right. On the bright side, I think it's gonna get a little bit fishier as we go down. This running water will probably push up a bunch of bait, get those fish feeding, which will look really good for the frog and swimbait action. Wow. This is not fun. This is not fun. Smalley. Hell yeah. My first Devil's River smallmouth. I was hoping maybe for a little bit bigger one, but I'm not picky. She'll do. This actually might be my first ever smallmouth of the year on a bandito bug. It's pretty huge. See you, dude. No! Hammered that. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. That was just ridiculous. That was just the dumbest thing I think that's ever happened. Oh my gosh. Dude, I missed the cast. I was trying to get up under the tree, and as soon as this thing hit the water, I guess this is what this place is all about. There you have it. The frog pattern continues. It's really, really fun to get them on this frog. Could they be eating something else a little bit better? Probably, but it's just a blast to get, like, 2 to 3 pounders in skinny clear water on a topwater frog. Check him out. That was just the dumbest catch. I don't even deserve this fish. All right, you gonna get a release? That's what I get. That was an aggressive fish. I wish every fish I would cast at would eat it like that. So if you don't know by now, that wasn't supposed to happen. I was trying to get under the tree, I missed, but I still got a pity catch, so looking good. Alex is just shaking his head. So am I. That was dope. Got him. Oh yeah. Came back the second time. How sick is that? That was so dope. Well, there we go. Just got another one. Pretty unreal. That's 4 bites in a row. I don't know if it's a PM deal. I don't know if it's like an afternoon deal, but these fish are super fired up. Gotten 4 bites, like just in this freaking area. He hammered it too. My God, did he want it? Hell yeah. There we go. Yes, sir. Oh, that is going to be the conclusion for day number 1. on the Devils River. Such an interesting fish. They look way different than any largemouth that I've ever caught. They got real long heads, mean attitudes, and they're full of spunk. Whoosh! How about that? Not a bad start to our big journey. Let's just get the kayaks back on some land and talk about the rest of this trip, because this is just the beginning. Like, we are about to get into some serious, some mega sauce, and I'm excited to bring you guys along with it. Oh. Well, guys, welcome to my new home. I sold my house in Fort Worth and living on the Devils River now. Coolest part about this trip is when you're done fishing, you take 2 steps from the water to the land, and this is where you sleep. You get to wake up on the river, fall asleep on the river. You're living on the river. It's river life. So these guys are going to be camping with us, Finn and Steven, and we're just going to make a nice little spot. The crazy thing, the difficult part about fishing here in Devils is not only do you have to be like really cognizant of not making fires, not littering, but you also have to watch out for areas where you can and cannot go. Pretty much like 99% of this land that surrounds the river is completely private. So it's no-go zone. You don't want to be trespassing on land here in Texas because people have big guns. So you have to either look for islands or designated camping zones set up by Texas Parks and Wildlife. We found a nice little island here, which is totally public. This is technically the riverbed. So this is where we're going to be sleeping tonight. And yeah, just join us as we continue the way of the river life. What a good day of fishing, though. We cranked some good ones. What do you think?
Yeah.
Not too shabby for day one and a fresh start in southern Texas. Feeling good. So we can't make campfires out here, which means no hot dogs and s'mores. But we got bagged food. We got some Southwest chicken with rice, or sorry, Southwest style chicken with rice today. Ooh, is that thunder?
Yeah.
A little front moving in. Nice. Hell yeah, I hope we sleep with some rain. Anyway, let's focus on one thing at a time. Oatmeal. You basically don't have to use any sort of heating element. You just put a little bit of water in there, which almost seems like it would be the opposite. But you put water in there and it cooks within the bag. So this is gonna be interesting. By the way, this isn't a product promotion. I just like showing you guys the stupid shit I do on the river. Heating instructions. Oh, there's instructions inside of the instructions. Okay. Oh, here's my meal. Oh, looks good. Looks real good. I can't wait to chow down on some of this. Okay, so what do I do with this oatmeal? Open heating element, place in bag with food pouch. I don't put it in here, right? So I open this up. Stop me if I'm doing any of this wrong, because I need this food. Okay. Boom. That looks like a hand warmer.
Yep.
Oh, okay, then what? Tear open heating element, put it in there, then put the bag in there?
Yep.
Yep, okay. I just know this. I've done this before. Add 3 to 5 ounces of any liquid. So can I pee in this? Is that crazy? So I add water and then I let it steam for 3 to 5 minutes. Just real life. More, or is that enough?
Give it a little bit more.
All right. That's probably good.
All right.
So then I close it and I wait.
You wait.
What the hell? No matches, no firewood, no charcoal required. That's crazy. Oatmeal, you guys should sponsor us, because like, this is sick. I would eat oatmeals just in my house. This is like the easiest way to cook food. So it's gonna get hot. Oh, is this for real? Oh, it's getting hot. All right, this is crazy. Yo, that happened way quicker than I thought. Okay, it's not gonna melt through the kayak, eh?
No.
No? Okay. That's pretty sick, man. All right, while we're waiting on that meal to cook itself, I'm gonna re-rig up some setups. Honestly, I was feeling really crummy last night. I think I got sick for some reason. Come down here, some sort of allergy in southern Texas got me feeling some type of way. And I woke up with a gnarly sore throat. So I really didn't have time to like get dialed. Usually for these big fishing trips, I spend like 5 hours getting my stuff ready, but I really lacked because I was feeling under the weather. But right now, I've got a few hours before sunsets to go over some gear. I'm thinking, since today was very much oriented around little Jimmy Crack corn over here, caught a ton of fish on top water. I'm gonna try to switch things up. I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow, opposed to top water, is I'm gonna throw some finesse, and I'm gonna go back to one of my big baits, big swim baits. One of my favorite big baits, this being a little depths bullshit. I've had this since I was just a whippersnapper, but yeah, that's what we're looking at. So I'm getting the spinning reel dialed in, and then the casting's good to go. The frog, MVP for today. Just remember that. Tomorrow's gonna be a whole another scenario though. Completely different video. We're fishing new stuff, new tactics, getting after it on the Devils. First I gotta spool some line up though. Well, today's afternoon festivities were cut short due to some unexpected rain. It wasn't supposed to rain. Of course, it wasn't supposed to rain, but it rains. So I'm in a little tiny these tents are tiny. I'm in a little tiny Walmart tent right now. Check it out. What's up? Welcome back to MTV Cribs. Got the kitchen. Over here is the foyer. Then I think somewhere around here is the spiral staircase. I can't find it right now. But yeah, it's I think it's like only, I don't know, it's not even that late. It's like 7 or 8 p.m. and the rain just shut everything down. So I think this is it. I'm gonna say goodnight and farewell to you guys. Catch you in the morning, if you can even hear me with all these raindrops. But yeah, stick with it. Hopefully episode 2 is gonna be a little bit drier, hopefully full of some bigger fish. And we wreck them. Part of the grind. There's like legit chunks of biscuit in there. It's hilarious. Is this like not the best place to fall asleep at night? Regardless of the storm that decided to roll in as soon as we land on this island, I had a pretty good night's sleep. I slept for about 5 hours, woke up, slept for another 2, woke up, slept for another 2. I'm feeling recharged, especially a little bit of free range in my system. But yeah, day number 2, morning number 2. We've just officially gotten almost packed up completely, and we're gonna start our day out on the Devils. What do we got to cover, like 10 miles today, boys?
About.
Yikes. So to give you some perspective, yesterday we did like a measly 4.5 mile paddle. Today we've got to do a total of 10, which may not seem like much, but in a little 12-foot kayak, it's a lot of work. So like I said in the previous video, we're also gonna dabble in between finesse fishing and big bait fishing, so we should see some pretty amazing reaction strikes today, hoping to get some bigger fish. Yesterday my biggest was 3 pounds, so I'm setting myself up to potentially break that. The goal is just to keep improving upon the next day with each moment and each morning that we wake up. But I'm gonna reminisce on some good frog eats from last night over this cup of joe, and we'll catch you guys out in the drink. This looks hairy. Alrighty. Stay calm. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, this looks really hairy. Haha. Woo! Wow! Getting started off right in the morning, folks. This is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Just doing a little bumping, grinding. Wow. First thing in the morning, we've already got an obstacle. That was fun. There's one. Oh, I had him. I had one. Dang it. What is going on here? There's some fish in this little current area. There he is. Oh, I freaking had another one. What is going on here, man? Can't get him to freaking commit. Dude, I had a freaking big one follow me all the way up to my kayak. Like a 3-4 pound smallmouth. Yeah, like a good one. I'm gonna take my time over here. I saw some big fish in that pool where I was like, stop.
Yeah, that's
like,
what you told me to get.
Right where it dumps into the riffles, there was like 4 of them head on in the current, like really fast stuff. And I had one just like swoop in and follow my jerkbait. It was so sick, bro. This wind is tough though, man. Okay, let's keep moving.
All right.
Damn. Well, there you have it. Oh, there we go. Oh, he came off. Big one. Big one. Big one. That was not a small fish. Oh my God. I should have waited. I did not wait for that fish to really eat it. Wow. On the freaking frog. I said I wasn't gonna throw it today, but my God, this looks too good for the frog. That was not a tiny one at all. Right there, eat it, eat it. I knew it. Oh, I knew it, I knew it. Nice little fatty on the frog. Gotta get started with something here. Build up some momentum. It's still pretty early in the morning, so I'll take this little, look how fat you are. Man, you've been eating too much Aunt Jemima pancakes. You just switch to them Kodiak cakes, son. Okay. Day 2, getting started off right. Check it out. Fish number 2. There we go. There we go. Smallie. Hell yeah. Off he is. Sick. That was intense. Yes. Boom. I actually caught that guy. I put down the frog. Can you freaking believe it? I stopped throwing the frog for just a few minutes and picked up a little prototype swim bait that the Guggen squad's working on right now. And out came a nice 2-pound. Am I in frame? Is this working?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice one. Good fish. Oh wow, he's been caught before. That's crazy. I bet that's rare to see that on this river. He has got a little hook mark in his mouth. Sick. Boom. Swim bait action. So today's a lot different day, in case you haven't noticed. For one, it's blowing 45-mile-per-hour winds right at my butthole. I mean, the filming's tough, the fishing's tough. This kayak, I'd be better off in a sailboat, honestly. It's just really hard to maintain position. Not complaining, but I'm just kind of going over the process as to how we're catching these fish today. It's very difficult. So with it being windy, you have only pretty much 2 options. One of which is to find slack water. Slow things down, throw a jig, throw that frog, and just kind of really find specific areas in which you can take time to catch fish. Or you could stick it out in the wind like I just did there and throw moving baits. I caught that on a little underspin with a 3 3/4 inch swim bait. The Guggen baits is working out right now. It's still in the prototype process, but obviously, as you guys just saw, it works. So I might bounce between those 2. I mean, the thing is, the Devil's River is just a long straight shot. There's no curves or anything. There's no getting out of the wind essentially. So you're pretty much screwed, and it's a gong show at all times. But yeah, perfect example. I might kind of transition away from that frog bite and just slow roll some spinner baits, some crankbaits. Yeah, I gotta kind of roll with the punches here. All right, should we keep going? Yeah, let's keep traversing. Oh, I'm thick in the weeds. Nice cast. Beautiful cast. That was sick. That was so cool. I watched that fish eat. So unreal. So unreal. God, this place is majestic. Let's go. Are you joking? Wow, that was the definition of unexpected. And I guess that's what this fishery is all about. I was just taking like a little thumbnail shot like with my GoPro, and I made one pitch before pressing the record button, but I went right into this bush and out comes this here beautiful Southern Texas smallmouth. It's so weird growing up in Illinois and finding these guys all over Minnesota, Canada, Illinois, Wisconsin, but then to come basically on the border of Mexico and Texas and still find them. They're just as fun down here as they are up north. Wow, big, beautiful smallmouth. Definitely one of my bigger ones of the trip. Cha-ching, let's go. Holy moly. Oh, she's popping her colors too. She's really, really, really getting riled up. There she goes. Wow. Whoa. That smallmouth gave me a soggy sleeve. We actually pulled it onto the side of the bank to release that guy because I really like getting in the water with some of those bigger fish. I've caught like plenty of big smallmouth in my lifetime, but there is something about these current fish, these smallmouth that are hanging out in creeks and rivers, that is just like, it makes everything so intense. Like my heart is pounding right now. One of the reasons why these fish are so special too is they have a really amazing knack of making themselves seem like completely invisible or very tiny. I was just kind of taking a random cast, and that fish, I don't even know where it came from. It came out of nowhere, literally, thin air, came out and just smoked a little prototype swim bait. First good one of the trip. I think we're probably gonna get some more. Just gotta keep throwing that swim bait. There's another little smallie right there. What you doing, guy? Hey, guy. What you doing, guy? Hey, I caught your big mama. Okay. We're good. Wow. Holy snap. Holy snap. Did you guys see this? Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Well, it is legit too windy to paddle out here on the river. Like straight white capping on the Devils right now. And to make matters even worse, I've got to drag my kayak because I can't even like move with the paddles through the thickest mud we've encountered this entire trip. Like I thought this place was all rock. Meanwhile, I am dredging through about a foot of silt and nasty mud. This is not fun. Really not enjoying. Oh, there goes my flip flop. Nope. What's going on here? We got problems. This is crazy though. It's like 40 miles per hour out here. It's just cooking. Just straight cooking. Oh my gosh. What the hell? This really sucks. All this looks good too and I want to fish it, but I mean, as soon as I pick up my rod and drop the paddles, I get blown halfway across the river. This is wild, man. The Devils is putting it on us. Feeling the burn right now. Well, good news is that we've made it. How many yards is it? That was almost like 300 yards.
Yeah.
We legitimately walked our kayaks 300 yards through pan behind us. Literally so much silt and mud. And that wouldn't mean much, only for the fact that the Devil's River is like 99% all rock, but we had the one spot to portage through all of the nastiness. Like it was up to my knees, that's how much mud there was. But we're getting to some riffles over here, which this should be good. You know, we could just kind of coast down from here. We got a couple other guys behind us in a float tube. Oh, there they are, I see them. Oh, they're doing fine. Oh, they're doing much better than I thought. Oh wow, they had it easy, we had it rough. Okay, mission successful. We made it through the windy strip. My face hurts. God damn. All right, here we go. That was definitely the dodgiest run that we've had. It's not that crazy of a rapid to go down, but in these big kayaks that have like little to no steering, it's a little bit odd. It's a little bit funky, but we made it. Yo, nice job. Air pump, bang, bang. Okay, maybe we can fish now.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Oh, come on now. There he is. Got him. Good one. Smallmouth. Smallie. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir. Just knew that looked good. Look at him down there fighting. Giving it all he's got. Oh my gosh. These smallmouths just don't quit. Give up. I think there might have been more because I was getting pecked like multiple times. Come here, come here, come here. There we go, smallmouth number 3. These fish are so fat. Not like very long, but they're just thick all throughout the tail. It gives them all that power. I imagine it's not even like actual blubber, it's just muscle. Because they're fighting this current since they've been little tiny fry. Really pretty fish too. I didn't think they looked this pretty, but that is just a gorgeous smallmouth. Back she goes. Sick. We're not getting a ton of fish, but the pools that we are fishing are producing. It's tough, like I said, to just kind of combat this wind, but once we get in an area where it's just calm and it's chill and we can just make a cast, we are getting bites. Yet another bite on the underspin swim bait. Very nice, very, very nice. But there's another one under there too. Let's just see. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. That was so cool. Good smallmouth, good smallie, good smallie, good smallie, good smallie, good smallmouth. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay, relax. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. Good smallie. That guy, I watched him eat it. I like watched him come right up to the kayak and just clobber it. Come here, come here. This might be the biggest smallmouth of the day. Oh my gosh. This prototype swim bait is just killing them. Oh my goodness. Yep, here he comes. Oh my God, he choked it. He just choked it. Oh, buddy. Yet another smallmouth. It's apparent that this float, the second float of day 2, is all about the small jaw game. Brown bass is the deal. Holy moly, look, like, I wonder if you guys can even get a glimpse at this. Like, that swim bait is gone, people. It's not even there anymore. There we go. We were back on the bank just to give you guys a good glimpse up close with the big camera of this beautiful smallmouth. Just a crazy eat. These bigger ones, these ones that are about 2 pounds, are eating it like so aggressively, like they have no hesitation. But the reason why I came to the bank is not to show you the fish primarily, but also to show you what it spit up. Look at that. That is a huge meal for a fish of that caliber. Like, not a bad fish, but like, geez, that's a big bluegill. I'm guessing it's either a long ear, a bluegill, or some sort of tilapia that this fish was eating. He literally, as he thrashed, spit it into my boat. So we're gonna get a few shots of this guy and release him. How unreal is that? Buddy was still hungry even after main course. Wow. Here we go. Grand finale. Oh my God, she soaked the camera. Woo! That gets my heart pumping, man. 5-pound largemouth are really cool, but those 2-pound river smallies, they get you going. They get me giddy, man. I'm ready. Let's get some more. Hey. Boom! Smallmouth number, is that like 4 or 5? I don't know. We're catching a lot, number 5. Catching a lot of smallmouth today. Another good one, just a beaut. Gorgeous. You're just pretty. Thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna give a few more casts in here. Don't feel like retying. No, that was it. That was what he wanted. That's a good one. He ain't too bad. He ain't too bad. Oh, he's got a buddy too. He's got a friend with him. Yeah. Spook done did it to him again. They're so fat and chunky in here. That blow up made me think it was a 5-pounder. It's incredible how hard these fish cram a topwater bait, whether it be a frog or a spook. Whoo-wee. You got me going, Jimmy. Let's see if we can get your buddy. I'm sure there's another one in there. There we go. Another good one. Yup, back to back. Same little stretch of bushes. It's so predictable. It's like they move from the main river right up against the bank and get into the shade. Another fat one. Unbelievable. This is such an amazing way to end the day on day number 2. Oh my goodness. Look at those colors. It's almost golden. Wow. Oh, no way. You're joking me. Small, oh, largemouth. Largemouth. Oh, good one too. Nice largemouth. One of the bigger ones in the afternoon. This one puts the other 2 to shame. Just freaking annihilated it. He's worn out. He's hooked funny too. There we go. Yes. This has been just like the most unreal finale ever. It's been the most incredibly fun finale. Oh, don't do that. You'll put a hook in my hand. There she goes. Oh, feisty little dude. That was fun. We still have a good stretch of shadows over here, so we're just gonna keep walking the dog. Wow, this has been a really amazing freaking last minute clutch bite session. No way. That was just ridiculous. That was just stupid. Like, where do they even come from? They're so quick. They're such fast little creatures. Send it. Oh God. This fucking area right here. There we go. Nope. Shocked. Just shocked. Beaver or nutrier? Might be a nutrier. Nutrier. It is a nutrier. This is the perfect grass to frog in. Like the perfect grass. Yep. No! That was a big one. That was a big fish. That was a big fish. God bless it. Last minute pity bite. All right, I'm getting 5 more casts. And then we're out of here. At least want a little bit of light while I'm making my tent. Oh, that's a good one too. Is that a smallmouth? That's a smallmouth that ate my frog. You gotta be joking me. That rarely happens. Oh my goodness. That literally has never happened. Catching a smallmouth on a frog, a good one might I add too. Quality fish, man. And this is the reason why I love this place. Smallmouth bass on a popping frog in open water. The daylight is just trickling away and I just can't get off the water because of this. These fish are like hot in the evening. It's apparent that the PM Devil's River bite is just mega out here. Fat little bronzy. I love this place so much. Wow, I'm beat, that's all I can say. The day and all was good. Like, there's no complaints throughout the entire day, but I will say that last hour was like the golden hour. Just insanity. This whole left side of the bank was just money for the frog and the spook, and it was incredible. It's cool to see how these days progress. I kind of want to, document this whole trip for you guys so you can see how, we're learning this fishery as we go along. It's day 2, we've got 2 more days. I imagine by day 4 we'll really have it locked down, but caught many more fish opposed to yesterday. I think I really got a true taste of the Devils today. Yesterday I wasn't 100% feeling it, but today was awesome. And we have this right here to thank for all that bitiness. The full moon was tonight, and that gets the fish going. Usually in the springtime they'll spawn on the full moon, but I think it's a little bit late here in southern Texas to the point where they're not going to be doing the whole fanny thing. We did see a few on beds yesterday and today, but we're back at camp on some public land now, which is nice, drinking a crisp cold Miller. Did you get these? Miller Lite? That's so funny. That's a northern beer. And just reminiscing. We're gonna probably cook up some food and get camp set up. Epic day, boys. Unfreaking believable. Cheers. So, this is how far we have already made it on the Devils. Let's start from the top here. So, we made it all the way over to mile 5 about 2 days ago. That's where our journey started. Wasn't too far of a row. Then we made it all the way past, what is that? Merritt's? I don't remember that one. Merritt's Crossing, which was like a little dam. Past that Jimmy. Then we went Sycamore Chute Rapids, which were pretty damn sketchy, okay? So we passed that, then we finally made it to mile 12. And after mile 12, we stopped at the campground, which we're at right now, which is mile 15. And as you can see, after mile 15, we've got something called Dolan Falls. I don't really know what that entails. I sure as hell know that these 13-foot kayaks can't go over waterfalls, let alone tiny rapids that you saw yesterday. So I'm a little dodged out by that. But the good news is it's day number 3 on the Devils. We're super excited. I am looking for a big bite. I've yet to feel the rage and the wrath of a giant fish out of here. Regardless, I've had a lot of fun catching those 3s and 2-pounders, but I know there's some big fish that live in here, and I want to start really amplifying my game by throwing some big baits. Along with that, I've got some exciting news for you guys. If you want to check out some of the new rigged tees, use this code right here, use DEVILS to save 20% off on all t-shirts. It helps fund trips like this, and you guys get to see more epic content as we go on these river trips, float trips, international trips. It's all because of these t-shirts and because of you guys, so I appreciate that. Anyway, enough product promotion. Let's get on these yaks and look for some big ones. I've got a good feeling we'll cross past some giants, but first we gotta pass these falls. I'm not entirely excited about that.
No more messing around. Here's what we got working with today. We've got 2 big rods in the rear. Got a big bluegill swim bait, almost like a shad bluegill swim bait. This is gonna be kind of a subsurface deal. And then right in front of that, we got the infamous Dev's Bull Shooter. It's a glide bait. Less swimming, more of a glide action. And then up front, my primary swim bait that I'm gonna throw today, try to catch some smallmouth with, is this little tiny jointed swim bait. This imitates a little shad. There are, I believe, a pretty strong population of gizzard shad the farther we go down, the closer we get to Lake Amistad. So I've got a good feeling about that. That looks just like a little bluegill too, in case they're, you know, not specifically feeding on shad. So I've got 3 total hard swim baits set up. 1 big, 1 middle, and 1 tiny. So I'm thinking we gotta land on something here. 1 big has gotta come up and freaking annihilate this. And we gotta get where?
We need to go down to, I would probably say like 23. Give us
23.
7 miles, because wind might be right in our face tomorrow.
Okay.
That would be a hell of a paddle, especially waking up.
There's rough canyons, Indian Creek. There's a figgity ton. Let's just keep going. Okay, wow. That is gonna be interesting, guys. Big swim baits and sketchy waterfalls. You excited? Because I'm not. I'm going fishing with Bill Dance today. Money sauce. This is the best part of the day. Some big largemouth up in the shallows. It's the second one I've seen. That's not bad. It's about 4 pounder. 4 younder right there. There's one. I'm on. Little swim bait strikes. Feels like a pretty good one too. Feels like an okay fish. He's trying to put me in the grass. Oh yeah, not a bad one. Not a bad one. There we go. Didn't take long for the first fish of the day. Did not take long at all. He hammered that swim bait too. I think we're getting a little bit better at this whole Devil's River thing. It took me some time to figure this place out, but every single day I feel like I'm learning a lot more. What I've really observed is largemouth that hang around the weed edges, the smallmouth hang around these big rock slab edges. It's just so much fun. Like, dude, look at that. Nice little largemouth on a mini jointed swim bait. Not even 5 minutes of fishing, we've already got the first one in the yak. Feeling pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of really nice fish around here, so I'm optimistic that we'll be able to crank on a few more before we get to the nastiness of the waterfalls. By the way, did I mention I'm not really looking forward to this waterfall deal? This whole waterfall deal is like sketching me out. I'm not looking forward to this. Oh wow, he was hooked really good. Put up a really awesome fight. Okay. Cool, he was nice. Hell yeah, first one of many more.
Today's goal, mark my words, is to catch a fish over 4 pounds in this yak. Today's goal, that's what it is. Should be a simple feat, but these past 2 days I've struggled to find a fish over 3.5, so just remember that. That's the goal for today.
There he is. Come on, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. Yes, sir, on the big swim bait. On the big swim bait, yes. Today's going to be a good day, peeps. Today is going to be a good freaking day. Relax, relax, relax. I got you. Look at that. Did you get that? Oh my God. So sick. Swim bait fish number 2. I'm feeling it. It's gonna happen today. So sick. Okay, so we are at obstacle number 1 of the day. This is a no joke type of waterfall. Yeah, I don't think we're getting down that. The next plan of action is figure out a safe and not so deadly way down this monstrous waterfall. Look at that, that is humongous. I mean, our kayaks weigh roughly 100 pounds without the gear. Another 40 pound of gear, you got 140 pounds per person. I'm no John Cena, so this is definitely not gonna be an easy feat for me. Wow, the water looks really good though, big deep pool. Sheesh, it's crazy. I'm guessing we're gonna have to portage somewhere over there. There's like a little spot in which kind of like gradually goes down. That's probably our best bet. This is not gonna be an easy one, but we're gonna give it our all. Just a part of the adventure. All right, first kayak in the hole. She's looking good. That was not easy though. Oh my goodness, that was not easy. I'm gonna tie this off. Okay. Just gonna walk the kayak. Wow, this is like serious, dude. This is no joke type stuff. We gotta figure out, oh, where am I gonna tie this off?
Are you gonna walk it down even further?
Yeah, it's good time up.
All right. Don't forget me.
Yeah, I won't.
Toss it to me. There we go. Come here. Hey, Lucy. Here we go. All right, that's the last yak. Definitely wasn't as easy as I thought it'd be, but could have been a lot worse. Wow, hopefully that's like the worst of it. All right, hop in. We're good to go. Let's actually fish now. Sheesh. Half this journey is just getting through the freaking nastiness. Oh. What's up, GoPro 7? Hopefully this audio isn't. Oh yes, big one, big one, big one. Oh my gosh, nice one, nice one. Get over here. Don't you do it, don't you do it, don't you do it. Oh, that's the one. That's the one I've been after. Come on, don't do it. That is so sick. That was so sick. First cast, first twitch, he came up and annihilated it. Woo! Was I recording? We were recording. Look at that big old behemoth. You like big baits? Yeah, that was so sick, man. Oh, that feels good. It's been a rough morning with Dolan Falls and just getting past these rapids, but man, did that feel good. Like, I don't want to hype it up as this is like the biggest fish in Devils. By any means, it's not a giant, but it's the biggest one of the trip. And I caught it on the swim bait. And catching them on the swim bait is equally as fun as like throwing a frog or something like that. Watching these fish come up and eat something they think is a bluegill tilapia is just so rad. Such a cool fish. Probably a pretty old fish. He's really gray and beat up, but we'll gladly take him in this boat. Look at that swim bait. That is so sick. That is a biggin. There she goes. Wow, this is the start of something potentially really good. Just before that fish, I think I got it on the other GoPro, but I saw one that was probably twice his size come from follow my swim bait. So I think if I focus on the big baits, I'll find the big fish. Man, this is just such a cool place, dude. It just keeps surprising me. First day was like real slow. Second day was real good. Today, I think we're gonna open it up on these big baits. All right, here comes the fun part. No idea how deep this is, but we'll find out, I guess. That's dodgy as What? Should we be over there? Should we have gone that way?
If we went this way,
Yeah.
we would deal with those falls.
Yeah. So, what?
Left side is the only way.
Oh my God. It's not good. We're not gonna be able to get through here. There's too much brush. You get hung up instantly.
Dragging it there.
Maybe, hold on. This is bad. Hey! You guys carry it around or just go down? I think since we've made it this far, we should probably just carry it. It's still right there, but it's like less.
So let's put down the rock, drag it through there, and let's try and anything that's less.
I mean, it's bad, dude. Like, this is one of the worst ones. There's just nowhere to portage. Let's carry it through there. Okay. Oh, slow, 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 slow. All right, one, ready? 1, 2, 3. Gonna have to pick it up here. Hang on. You're gonna have to pick it up. Go this way and then that. I don't know how the f we're gonna do this. I mean, whatever, it's just, where we're gonna put yours? Right there?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I'm gonna put my life vest on. Pretty huh?
Very. We're gonna have to do it one at a time.
Yeah, but once one person goes, then who the have to hold on to something. Well, here goes nothing.
We're good.
Yeah.
Everything's safe for the most part.
Cool.
I put the camera here in the big boxes, so.
Yeah, we're fine. We have another one coming right up. If you plan on bringing your family to the Devil's River on like a little weekend vacation, don't. I had no idea what I was signing up for when I said I'd go on a Devil's River float. Not much of a float, more like a toot. Woo! Was that intense? I don't know how much.
Hey, we did it.
We freaking did it. I don't know how much of that was on footage. We freaking just kind of go over the scenario in case I didn't get any of that on footage. But basically, we were supposed to take that route right there, which looks super sketchy, but it's the better route because at least you can portage over here on these rocks. We took the wrong route. We took the skinny route, and it was like right into some current. So like imagine dropping your yak right into like basically fat whitewater, and that's what we did. The first go around did not go as planned. Dropped Alex in, and he had no freaking oars, or paddles, sorry, and he just got tooted down. Luckily, it's kind of an eddy right here, so he was able to chill. Then I was up next, and that's why I put the GoPro on. Hopped in the yak, and almost got turned over. But our yaks are like beat to shit. I mean, like, look at, like,
like the wrap is coming off. You've got like scrapes. I don't even want to know what the underside of this thing looks like. But we've really been putting ourselves, our kayaks, and our ability to float the Devils to the test this trip. Went to the back of my throat. We'll catch you on down the river. I think we've got one more sketchy zone, and after that it should be smooth sailing and hopefully a lot of bass catching. Huh. It's interesting. Oh, do you have a gun? Oh, really? I figured they had a gun somewhere, I just didn't see it. I wasn't even thinking, dude. We were on their land, weren't we? I like heard them coming, and then I thought to myself, I went up on top of that rock and took a pee. And I was like, this is gonna get fucking weird. So I turned the GoPro on. Well, that was interesting. That was, I'm guessing, the landowner of all of this beautiful land. It's crazy to think that on the Devils, like, people are, like, they own miles of land. Like, insane, unfathomable amounts of shoreline to the Devils. And that was just some guy. I thought, actually, because we kind of sort of got off the bank there to grab our kayaks, and I thought he was gonna whistle at us. And whistle, and by whistle, I mean shoot us in the nuts. But he was pretty chill. The reason why I said he would have probably shot us in the nuts if he caught us is because he had a gun, shotgun, 12 gauge in his ATV. But I think we were good. We were like right on the gradient line or whatever, so I think we were straight, but you just never know. Don't want to take a chance. Pretty cool though, nice fellow. Oh my gosh, big bass, big bass, big bass, giant 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 bass. He's still there. Ginormous bass, biggest bass of the trip right here. He's still following it. 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 Oh my God, that's like a fucking 10-pounder. Is that him? That's him. That's him. He's back. He's back. That's him. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Get off there. Get off there. No, no. That's a bust. Wow. Well, that was seriously one of the biggest fish I've seen throughout this entire trip. Came up and was just like inches away from eating my bluegill swim bait. Right on this big rock. Wow. I'm like pissed, but I'm also pretty impressed. All right, keep going. Look for big rocks, I suppose. Can we pattern that? I'm sure we freaking can. Damn it. Yeah, it's been a bit. Oh my God.
Big fish?
Giant.
Yeah, no, I see him.
See him? He followed my frogging, I think. He's following the swim bait. He's following the swim bait. Oh, God damn, it's a big one. He's turning. He's not leaving. This is incredible. There's two of them. There's two big ones. This one's turning. This one's turning. He might eat it. Oh my gosh. They're together. Two, like literally the same size. That was so crazy. It's like a spawning situation. That one was charging it. Why the did he not eat? Something about this spot he's really particular about. Let's just keep paddling. So this part of the river kind of sucks. There he is.
Smallmouth. Oh wow, really? Didn't think you were still around. Haven't seen hardly any of these today. Only a few on the swim bait. Schmally jaw on the frog, second one. These look really good. You ain't going nowhere. You are going nowhere, little guy. Evening Smalley. Big cannonball. Catch you later. There he is. Pretty good one. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's a good one. That's a good fish, dude. Oh yeah, that's a good one. On the frog in inches of water. This is just insane. Come on, don't come off. That's a good fish. That's a good fish, come on. Wow, they fight so hard. Gotcha. Wow, it was tough to drop the swim bait after seeing that 8-pounder in the noon session. But I think it paid off. The frog is on a comeback. Wow, that's a good one. Really pulled hard, man. These freaking river fish, they just yank. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Stay locked, stay locked. Yo, comment below if you can see that frog. Jeez. I can breathe now. I hold my breath until the fish is in the boat, then I'm just like, whoo. Deep breath. God, he was going nowhere. Okay. Got another frickin' greenback. Wow, these fish are pretty. Holy moly, you were fun to catch. Thick too. I honestly think half of this isn't even fat. It's just all muscle from fighting this current since the day they were just wee little fingerlings. All right, back she goes. Oh, that was so cool. That was so neat. That was so freaking neat. Right at my feet. Wow, that was intense. I had like no line left too, and he just nailed it. Holy moly. Wow. Dopeness. Just a little pudgy ball. Back she goes. All right, we've made it to camp. That was like 9 miles of treacherous rock and current and just dodginess, man, but we're here. We are officially out of Texas Parks and Wildlife land, so have to make our own camp now. So we found this nice little island to make for base camp tonight, and we're gonna sleep here and rest up. That was a doozy of a day. I'm gonna sleep like a little smallmouth tonight. I'm getting some stuff organized for tomorrow because my boat looks like a gong show. You know why it looks like a gong show? Is because we went through, how does it even go? I'm gonna make up some sort of class. Class A rapids, Class A being the absolute worst. No, but seriously, that was like no joke. The Devils put us to the test today. You know, we've got me on this kayak. Obviously, I've got like all my fishing gear, a little bit of camera gear, and then also all my clothes. And then you've got Alex, who's got like probably, I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions, probably like $9,000 worth of camera gear that can't get wet. So it was a deadly little mission. So before we sign out and while the food is cooking on the stove, I want to go over some of the heavy hitters of this trip so far. We're in day number 3. We've got 1 day tomorrow, like a half day. We have to meet the outfitter at the pickup point, so we got to like wrap things up. I want to talk to you guys about the lures that have produced the most. I know a lot of you guys get bored about, you know, talking about lures and techniques, but some of you guys do appreciate it and want to know how to, you know, catch these fish that run in these rivers and just learn and take a piece of
today's video and apply it on your body of water. So I'm gonna break down my top 4 lures thus far on the Devil's River, and I'm gonna share with you guys why I think they are excelling at the moment. I'll start with the first one that kind of developed this whole pattern, that being the little popping frog. I started off throwing just a regular hollow belly frog, which worked, but then when I soon switched to the popping frog, it just excelled even more. It's got more spitting action, it kicks, it walks. It's truly like a very versatile lure for rivers like this. It's incredible as to how like a 5-pounder can put themselves so tight in an area, in a little nook that you wouldn't like normally think a big fish like would be. And it surprised me today floating on the river and seeing these giant fish like tucked away in hidden areas. And the only way to get them out is to get really close to the bank by throwing a frog. Then we've got the bait that so far is the reigning champion for the biggest fish holder, that being this Depths bull shooter. I think it's a 160. I might have said it was a 190 in an earlier video, but it's a 160 glide bait. It's essentially a big bluegill glide bait. Now, the reason why I think this works so good in here is because bluegill is the main forage. There are some gizzard shad, there are some tilapia, but I don't think you'll see those until you get further down the river near Amistad. I'm basically just seeing a lot of bluegill around the bank, so I threw this today and got some good old thumps. This bait's crazy though. It doesn't get a lot of bites, but the bites it gets are primo. Then let's talk about this lure. This lure really cranked him yesterday. Alex, again, you're probably gonna have to blur this out, but maybe just show the outline or do something, you know. It's essentially a swim bait, but more specifically, it's our swim bait. This is a Guggen Baits prototype swim bait. This is a bait that we'll be releasing very shortly. We've got a small and a large size. This is the small size, and I was throwing it on a 1/4 ounce underspin. The one that's kind of lacking, but I might throw tomorrow, is just the jig. I've caught a few good fish here. In areas where I've fished this, it's worked. I might take this guy off the bench and put him to work tomorrow. He's just had a lot of work this spring. I've been catching a lot of northern Texas fish on the jig, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to step outside of that and try something a little bit different. But that's it. I'm signing out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys are still enjoying the Devil's River series. Yeah, tomorrow should be a good day. Fingers crossed that we get that big one. I am looking forward to obviously finishing tomorrow on a bang, but I'm also looking forward to a shower because I smell so bad. I haven't taken a shower in 3 days, and it's been a long but very awesome trip. So again, I appreciate you guys sticking with it and staying tuned. And as always, folks, keep fishing. Never stop. Oh, wow. Good morning, people. Welcome to day number 4 out in the Devils. This is our last and final morning out here. It's gonna be tough to leave. I can't say that I've ever experienced a fishery like this and done a trip like this so dedicated towards fishing, camping, and just sticking it out in the wilderness. It's been a lot of fun, but thankfully tonight we get to go back to DFW and continue our film. Sorry if I sound a little nasally, by the way. I think I got sick yesterday. It's a lot of cold nights, and I think it just got to me. Anyway, the reason I wanted to turn on the cameras to show you guys that beautiful sunrise over those little peaks, and I also wanted to share with you guys how we live out on the river on a daily basis and how things go down, because I know a lot of you guys want to recreate trips like this, or maybe you just want to know what it's like to, you know, do a hardcore heavy-duty fishing portage trip like this, where you're constantly getting off the kayak and then finding somewhere to make base camp. So I'm gonna show you guys my little setup. It's nothing special, but at least you get an idea as to what's going on. So every night we drag our kayaks up on shore for obvious reasons. We don't want our stuff to float away. So this is my kayak. It's a 12.5 foot sit on top yak. It's got a ton of storage. It's perfect for trips like this. A lot of storage up front, a lot of storage up back. I think I've talked about this in past videos. You get the gist. Now let's move over to the tent setup, if I can get through without smacking myself in the face with a branch. All right, well, first and foremost, this is today's breakfast. We're crunching down on some turkey chili with beans. This is kind of nice. You just add a little bit of water and it cooks by itself. So while I'm doing my intro for you guys, I'm also making some meals. Then over here is, this is my tent. It's a 1-person Ozark Trail Walmart tent. How much was this, Alex? So this is actually a $25 tent. Not the most ideal scenario if you want to do like heavy duty hardcore stuff,
But for a 4-day, 5-day trip, it's perfect. Especially if you're just by yourself and you just need a tent for one person. So it's a 1-person tent. It's tiny, it's easy to set up. That's what I like about it. It takes like 5-minute setup. You've got like just basically 2 beams, one across and this little one that goes right here. Oh look, little mayfly. What's up, G? You gonna join? Oh, I'm sorry, I killed him. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so this is the inside of the tent. Not much to it. A couple things I want to go over. I've been sleeping on like this padded orange mat, which is really nice because pretty much everywhere we've slept has had some pretty gnarly rocks on the ground. So you've got like these super uncomfortable rocks that aren't nice to sleep on. So then I've also got a sleeping bag, a blow-up pillow, and then all of my clothes along with the towel, and then dirty clothes. Yep, so that's the get up. Super simple stuff. All of this, other than the kayak, costs right around, I want to say 150 bucks. It's a budget trip. You don't need a lot of money to go on a trip like this. The only thing that you might break the bank on, of course, is the fishing gear and the kayak. If you want to get a nice kayak, it costs a lot of money. The one we're using, I think, retails right around 1,500 bucks, which is a lot. But if you want to go on a trip and you want a reliable kayak that's not going to sink or tip over, you might as well spend the money on that. Tent, you can live with. $25 tent, sleeping bag. I think I got this at a secondhand store when I was a kid. Pillow, just a few bucks. You know, everything is fairly cheap. You know, I'm trying to advocate in the fact that you guys can come out here, anyone can come out here and do a trip like this. It's easy. You just need to come prepared, bring the right amount of food, and you know, plan your trip. Definitely plan your trip, because I did not expect all those rapids yesterday. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's get on the water and do some fishing. Come on, old Bessie. Well, you guys, this is it. Our last chance at a true Devil's River giant. Oh. Do I have snot in my nose?
Not that I see.
I just blew a huge loogie. Woo! Let's get him! Game time. 4th quarter. Literally 4th quarter. It's the 4th day. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Check out this doozy, folks. Like first thing in the morning, have not even made a cast yet. And Mother Nature's like, hey, would you like some rapids with that? Okay, here we go. Buckle in, this is gonna be a little rocky. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Ah. Not even had coffee this morning. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Took it like a champion. Right side. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, she's a little wet. Okay. Just ride her out now. Just ride her out. Okay, take a left. Okay, yeah. That was quite eventful. I don't think I was ready for that. Okay, oh, wait, hold on. What's that? We got one more? We got one more? Here we go. Okay, that's a lot of water. That's a good amount of water there. Yep, okay. All right, well, that was exciting. Let's acquire this bread. Well, first one of the day. Not how I wanted to start, but fish is a fish. And you smell good. Just a wee one to start the morning. Thank you very much, Stinky. How did I not tip? These things are beasts. Yo, I think that's it. That is truly the last of the rapids. I almost tipped. That was the closest I've gotten to tipping this entire trip. Did it though. Now it's fishing time. Let's go catch some fish. Oh, Jesus. Wow. This place is unbelievable. It's like day 4 and it just still amazes me. Like where the hell am I? A crystal clear river cutting right through the desert of southern Texas. It's so crazy, man. Jeez. That's epic. This was quite the unexpected catch for the first good fish of the day. A freaking striper. I didn't think they even lived in here. That was pretty cool. He didn't fight super hard, but it was a quality catch nonetheless. Really long and lean fish. My first striper of the season. Not too bad. Hell yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Devil's River. The fishing's really slow right now, so I figured I'd take this opportunity to show you guys some of the underwater stuff that goes on. It's a really clear water fishery, and you know, I got my goggles here, I got an underwater camera, and we're just gonna kick it for a bit. We got like 4 hours until we get to the pickup point, and yeah. Did I mention the fishing was slow? Let's go for a little dip. All right, gang, here we go. Water's warm, Chief. I'm blind right now, I can't see anything. These goggles are whacked. Do I look badass?
Totally.
I feel like Crocodile Dundee right now. Only like 100 times whacker. I don't know if I got it on camera, but there was like this big voluptuous carp back there, and he was feeding, and I think he saw my nipples and he scooted off because he's never seen nipples that small before. So it was cool. I think I got him on video. I don't know. He was like giant. I'm getting blown away by this current right now. So hopefully you guys found that fun. Let's get back to our regular scheduled program and try to catch a big one. Jeez, this guy got on this water. This is it. This is the end of our 4-day journey down the famous Devil's River. Wow, was that quite an interesting last day. I can't say much other than the fact that it was just extremely windy. We tried our best to catch some fish. Both teams just couldn't make it happen. It wasn't the most ideal section of the river. It was just not like what we were looking for, but those are all complaints. What I want to talk about is the positives. Obviously, it was an amazing trip. yeah, we're just gonna get off the water now. I really felt like I ended strong on the swim bait. Had some insane opportunities. There are so many teeth marks on this thing from this trip, it's insane. But yeah, I gave it my all. I'm just feeling mega crusty after fishing this river for 4 days. I'm getting sick, I'm worn out, my hands are all torn up from smallmouth and largemouth. It's a good feeling, but I'm freaking beat. And I cannot wait to get back on land. Damn. Oh.
Yeah, highly doubt it's gonna fly out.
That concludes our Devil's River journey. We're back at home base. This is where it all started. We took the kayaks off the rig runner, brought it onto the Chevy, and we started our 30-mile float. 30 miles. 4 days, 30 miles, many, many fish. My hands show of our journey, and it was a huge one. Okay, so we are heading back home from literally the border of Texas and Mexico to Fort Worth. What do I think of this trip? I think it was pretty insane. You've got two world-class fisheries. You've got Lake Amistad and you've got the Devil's River right next to each other. You couldn't ask for a better place to go and spend 4 days on a strictly fishing mission. I'm pumped. I wish we had a few extra days on the river, but it was honestly an amazing trip. Thanks to everyone who made it happen. Thanks to you guys for watching and sticking with it and staying tuned. I seriously hope you guys got a thrill out of all of our adventures and were able to live vicariously through every single mistake and triumph we made from point A to B. But yeah, this is it. We're heading back out on the road, 85 miles until we take our next exit, and that's all she freaking wrote. And as I do this outro, we are driving over Lake Amistad. Look at that freaking beautiful view. Anyway, I'm peacing out, signing out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next pond episode, fishing mission, whatever it may be. As always, folks, keep fishing, never stop.